It seems to most people counterintuitive how strong the art market's been since the start of the war in Ukraine and Wall Street dropping 20%. What's your perception of that?
I think we continually see a lag and sort of a disassociation between the market and the art market, because people are continuing to look at art not just as a passion purchase, but also as a way to diversify their assets. So when Wall Street is going down, art stays relatively steady by comparison. It may not go up as high perhaps as the market does, but it also doesn't dip quite as low. Picasso is never going to go from being worth 50 million to zero. And you do see that obviously with Bitcoin and some of the stocks that we're seeing that have taken precipitous drops.
But your liquidity could go to zero.
Well, that's when it catches up, right? So I think what we typically see is there's a disassociation, and then there's a 6 to 12 month lag, and then when liquidity starts being affected and people don't have the cash to buy art, then the art market starts to dip in connection with the stock market.
So you're aware that corrections have always come, but trying to time it is difficult.
Exactly. And sometimes the market quickly bounces back up, and then there never is an art market lag.
And now, where do you see it? The economy is funny, all these kinds of things. Do you see a change coming now? You're saying that they're risk averse. I'm guessing that the appetite for guarantees has not yet started too strongly from any of the auction houses from November.
It hasn't changed as far as we're concerned. We're still very happy to guarantee works. I think we are as entrepreneurial a company as we ever have been, and I think that's really the way we view it. We're sort of part of the risk taking. We're taking an opportunity and looking at it in as a possibility for us to make money for the client, but also to make money for the house.
It's an interesting point as an opportunity, because I'm not sure the competitors are willing to write guarantees. It's now late June for November, waiting to see how things settle. So if you're willing to do that risk, you might get someplace first.
Absolutely.
Is that part of the strategy at the moment?
Without question. I think that, like I said, we have new ownership that is really excited about partnering with clients on things and really being part of the business and taking risks. And that's just part of how we do it.
So have you already signed things up, not that you can necessarily tell them as yet, for November or for the fall that might have been a competitive situation, and because you were willing to jump in guarantee-wise?
It's possible. We may have embarked on some strategy like that.
And how big do you see the NFT world as being part of it? It's sinking,
yeah.
Crypto's sinking. The actual pool of buyers may be much smaller than we believe, but some people see that as the future.
What I think we're seeing is NFTs evolving. They are not necessarily the $69 million Beeple anymore. They're more about volume. It's more about the natively digital works and how many works you're selling, and less about the one star work that ends up selling for many, many, many millions.
But the volume is sort of circulating back and forward. I think the average hold time is like 30 days.
Yeah,
it's like bro to bro to bro to bro to bro to bro. It's like the old joke of how we did like $20 million worth of business. So the same thing back and forward.
Pretty much.
Yeah. And do you see women coming into that area?
We have seen some women. I think it's still primarily a male-dominated area, as Bitcoin is as well, and all of crypto is. But I think we are seeing an increasing number of women who have begun to dabble in it. But again, at this moment, it's obviously an unstable moment given the situation with the crypto market.